Hey everyone, another day of my AgTech Dogwalk. Little thoughts of the day. We got some snow. My dogs are somewhere. They're not under the pickup. It's okay. I kind of wanted to talk today about a little post I saw from a colleague. Unfortunately, I didn't get to talk to him at World AgTech Long. Of course, that was like a lot of people. I don't know. There was a lot of people. People were busy. It is a thing. But Walt, Duflock of Western Growers in California had a nice little post on LinkedIn today about maybe rethinking how AgTech startups kind of get going and being small and lean. 50 to 100K, build a simple MVP, test the market. You know, if it doesn't work perfectly, you can add a little more, change it up, have a small team, maybe one person, 2-3 people. And you know, kind of the fail fast mentality, which I call it more try fast. I hate the word fail, because fail to me is kind of like you're done, but it's just a description, so it's not the end of the world. But it's true. Start simple. These going after one or millions of dollars and going after these big large markets right away, trying to disrupt and change everything, we can see it's not really working good. Sure, there's some successes and some people are still going at it and getting closer, but it just takes so much time and resources and effort when a lot of the things ag needs is kind of small and simple regional things. Or if it can be national, still just simpler things. I've got tons of ideas around my own things around it that I hope to get out, and one I actually did. Not really ag tech wise, but I guess semi-ag based in my boundary novelty mapping product. You can check it out on all my stuff. It's around. But started simple, found a little product market fit, and was like, okay, let's put a little money and see what I can do, and it's worked. I still working on it, expanding it, but it's not millions of dollars. I don't need that. And honestly, a lot of actually how I'll say precision ag and ag tech started, whatnot, kind of worked that way anyways. Even my family's company with my dad, he created Satshut simply like that. He found 20 grand. My cousin knew how to do a little bit of work around it at the time. This was in the mid 90s, 94. My God, a long time ago. Built a little MVP then. No one really called it anything like that, and this whole thought process was totally different. Got something going and kind of stayed regional. We went after a certain crop, sugar beets, and got a little contract and built from there and found a fit, and then got into crop insurance, found a little fit. Another little independence came around, agronomists, and kind of grew. And while we tried to go big and all this, things evolve. It doesn't matter, but it's still going. And there's other companies that have done that, how it started. You could look at Ag Leader. That is how that started. I know tech in, hardware, and he built a little yield monitor. And he had to build a software. Then he kept on going. GK Tech in our area, similar thing. We shared offices in the early days. And that's really how it got going. It evolved from starting small, trying some things locally and expanding them. Instead of going after the huge thing and spending millions and a lot of risk, we have to think of risk differently when building tools in ag tech, and stay lean and mean. Groups have to do that, and I did see that more at the World AgTech conferences. There was definitely some groups that were just starting simple, and without just these we're going after the moon mentality right away. And I think ag needs that more, to Walt's points, and you can kind of find your fit better. And also, ag is super regional. My God, with weather, soils, cultures, you name it, machinery, building these giant things is really not meant to work that way. And even the input manufacturers and OEMs that are trying to do it, it's really not working great for them either. So I think, to Walt's points, create a smaller MVP, get going. Maybe if you got a few other guys into it, or gals, whatever, try something a little more niche, regional, get some traction, get some confidence. It's probably the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing that helped me on my boundary product. Is I kind of created a thing, I got out there, people saw it, and I got confidence to get to the next step. And that's what it takes. If you don't have that right away, you're just gonna have trouble. And I think the whole AgTech community, regardless if it's software or whatever, gotta start a little more simple-minded in a sense, because everyone wants to change the world, but let's just say the world has a way of being pretty slow at how it changes. So try to be a little more pragmatic in this whole situation, and yeah, start lean and mean. And I think it's less risky, and you'll have more success for the most part. And to all those trying to do the big things, I mean, great, by all means. Some things take a lot of money to do in ag, they just do, and that is the truth. But try a little simpler at first, maybe here, and maybe we can build things that are a little more sustainable in the ag tech space and go from there. But that's all for today. We'll see you later.